Most people ruin a rocking chair before the first cut, and one wrong curve can make the whole chair rock crooked. And these are the templates I use to make them perfect every time. Way easier than you think. And the crazy part, this chair only uses 4 2x8s, which is about $26 in lumber. But cheap lumber doesn't mean easy build. There's one cut on this chair that messes up almost everyone. Miss it by even a little, and this chair will never rock right. So let me show you exactly how I build it. Right now, this doesn't look like a rocking chair at all. It looks like $26 worth of wood. But give me a planer, a template, and a jigsaw, and this starts getting real fast. This is why I love templates. They remove the hardest part, the guessing. Because once the curves are right, everything else starts falling into place. Oh, and you see this? I'm attaching the template through pre-drilled holes on the template with screws, but you can also use double-sided tape. This bearing and cutter head does all the work. And this is the part most DIYers never see coming. Tiny imperfections stack up fast. One bad edge becomes a bad joint. Then suddenly the whole chair feels off. That's why I trust the template. It makes every single piece identical. And once you see them all laid out, you realize we're not just cutting wood anymore. We're building a system. I'll have these exact templates and step-by-step DIY plans available on my site. This is where things get fun. We're officially past the random wood pieces stage. But don't let this part fool you. This is where sloppy builds start showing themselves. Even these tiny gaps matter. Most people never notice them until they're wrong. That's why I use the template as a spacer, because perfection usually comes from the details nobody talks about. Now let's give this wood a little personality. Let's make it a chair and give it some legs. The legs are going to give it strength, and then we're going to add the armrests, because you're going to want some place to hold your coffee while you're pretending you built this without templates. The chair looks great so far, but none of this matters if the rockers are wrong. And trust me, this next part coming up is everything. Oh, and you see this bottom bracing? This is actually support for the seat back, but also a stretcher for the chair. And the seat back planks go on now. And everything starts coming together pretty fast. But don't forget, the real test is still waiting, because if those rockers aren't perfect, none of this matters. This is always my favorite part, and oddly satisfying, because this is where it goes from wood to an actual chair. Now we're replacing a couple of those seat planks back to position now that we got that back installed. Let's install the top support, and the back planks are complete. All right, the moment of truth. Here we go. These rocking bottoms determine everything. Get them too flat, and the chair will barely move. Get them too aggressive, and you'll feel like you're launching into orbit. But when you get it just right, man, there's nothing better. But this design wasn't luck. I spent a lot of time dialing in this geometry until the rock felt just right. But raw wood is only half the story. Once the paint goes on, everything changes. What started as 4 cheap 2x8s is about to become the best seat on my front porch. And this is why I love DIY. A few boards, the right templates, and a little bit of work can completely transform a space. What started as $26 worth of wood turned into something custom, functional, and honestly, pretty beautiful. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I earned a little rocking time.